Hi, this is Russell Hall for Local Biz Vortex, new 2.1 version, which we've been working on for months now, and very emphatically over the last few weeks to just fine-tune it and bring it to the stage where we've got it to today. And with this new 2.1 version, we have no less than 27 new features. We've cleaned up a bunch of code, made it cleaner and lighter, and it just responds and performs better. We've included another 8 standard color theme skins in the styling section, in the general styling section, which I think you'll really like. This one's called Sleek Red. I'll run you through the others later. And we've worked on these buttons as well, a bunch of new buttons here which you can see, and they're all inserted via shortcode. We've got a fantastic little shortcode icon in the WordPress page or post editor, same as we had for the mobile button icon, which is still there and has been updated, but now you can choose the style of font, and you can choose the size of font, you can choose the width of the button, the color of the button, and there's a bunch of new buttons there that we've got. I think we've got 10 different colors, and you can choose the color of the actual text, as you can see, and then we have this hover over color. You can select from a range of colors that we've got as presets, or insert your own, and that is a really fantastic feature. Okay, so just moving right along, let's take you directly to the back end. And here in the Vortex control panel, what I'm going to do is take you through each tab and show you what's different as far as the upgrade is concerned. The first thing I'll show you here is on the right hand side. You'll see this little panel here, and basically when the right hand side is clicked, the one with the 4 square boxes, it indicates that all you're seeing is the control panel for that particular tab that's open, general, or if we click on this one, it's for header, menu buttons and so forth, and that's all you can see. However, when we click on this view here on the left, it loads them all up into the one page and allows us to scroll down without having to click each of the tabs, so we can control absolutely every element in the control panel directly from the one page like that. So some people will find it useful, and some will want to use it. I use both actually. I think that it's quite helpful. So okay, here we are on the general panel, the main panel, and as you can see, we have introduced 8 new colors, so it means that there's now 28 new colors in here. I'm going to take you to them now, if I can find them. Where are they? Down here somewhere. Yep, in here. Okay, so we've got this one here, which I think is called Crisp Blue, and this one here, which is called Golden, and you'll see that this one here actually uses the image background for the main background area. And another one moving along, we've got Orange, we've got a version of Sea Sand, I think, Sea Sand 2. Anyway, you can check these out yourself. Seashore, I think that's called. And Skylight, Sleek Red, and Soft Pink. So that's the 8 new preset colors that we've included, and you can play around with them as much as you like. Here we are in the back end again, the general tab, so that's the new colors I've just shown you. And a new thing here, we've got exclude categories by ID. So if you want to exclude a category, you can do so just by putting it in there, separated by a comma. And exclude post by ID. Now where that's handy is if you have created a category specifically for showing posts in that category, say in the featured panel here, articles, or we would probably want to display articles, but slider for instance. Okay, well at the moment we've got categories, articles and slider showing, but if I just want to remove the slider category, of course what we don't want to have in the menu bar anywhere in the right hand side here where it says pages, we don't want to have it says about, because we've already got an about page here. So what we have to do is take out that particular post ID from being displayed, and that's why that's there. So these are the 2 new things, apart from the new color skins that we've got. These are the 2 new things that we've got in here: exclude categories, exclude posts. You'll find that extremely valuable and handy when you're setting up your sliding gallery. We go to the header, and in the header, what's different here is we've got this enable top thin banner. Now if that isn't checked, what happens is, okay, the top thin banner, which is this one here where it says latest news local biz Vortex 2.1, disappears, and we didn't have that before. Some people didn't want it included and some did, so we've given the control now, and you'll notice what's happened here. This is another new feature. As soon as I've clicked anything on this page here, it tells the script that I've made a change or about to make a change, and this little dialog box comes up here. Remember to click save when you're done. That wasn't there before, so you weren't clear whether you'd saved it or not. So if you see this here, it means you're not done yet, you've got to save. So let's just disable that. I'll show you what I mean. We'll go back, we'll refresh the page, and we will see that the top thin banner has gone. Okay, so it's gone now, and that can be handy if you're really critical on saving real estate above the fold display area. That can be a very valuable little tool. But it just gives you the opportunity to create a header how you would like it, that you don't have to have the banner there if you don't want it. So that's pretty cool. And moving right along here, what have we got that's new in here? Okay, we have got this one here. Okay, enable header separator bottom line. Okay, at the moment I've got this like this off-white header separator bottom line in here, which is this one here. Okay, it's just a styling thing, but in some designs it looks better if that's not there, and sometimes it looks great if it's there. So just to give you that little bit of control, we thought we'd put that in there. So again, you can disable that. You have to go back up here. It says remember to click save when you're done. Okay, we're done, and we're going to refresh the page, and we will see this line here, the white line in between the grey and the red. You'll see that disappear when we refresh the page, and there it is, it's gone. Okay, so we're going to go right back here, and just moving down here now, we have got, what have we got here? Okay, so that's all we've got in the header. I don't think there's anything else new that we put in there. Okay, oh no, we did put something in there that was very important. Okay, so we've got this here, and can't believe I nearly left that out. The header custom background. Okay, so what that means is that at the moment we've just got a combination of these two colors here, the top gradient and the bottom gradient, creating this effect. Okay, which is a nice effect. But if we wanted to have a graphic image background, and it can be just a pattern image or a color sample image that is repeated horizontally. It can be a landscape image, such as like a sunset or a beach background or something like that, and that'll appear as the background. Everything else will go over the top. I won't actually do that for you right now, but that's how that works, and you can delete that and upload new ones as you see fit. So that's another really cool feature. Okay, menu buttons. This is a big one here. What we've done is we've included a hover effect, okay, which is here, okay, a hover color. This was not in Vortex 2.0, and what it means is now you can have whatever hover color you like in here. Okay, so I've got that red coming behind the off-white there. I can have it black, I can have it pink, blue, yellow, whatever color I want to have it, I can have that in there. And then the other thing is that in keeping with this design and a couple of the other features that we came out with, we've put in this control here, which allows you to disable or enable the menu buttons. So at the moment they're enabled for all pages, but in circumstances where you might want them disabled for the main home page, because of course being a landing page, you want to retain people's attention, draw them to an action that you want them to take, and that might be clicking a button on the right hand side or doing something along those lines. So we've got for all pages it's enabled, or only for sub pages, so it won't show on the home page, or never at all, so just depending on what style of site you're building. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here for sub pages only, okay, which means that when I refresh this home page here, what you're going to see is just this smaller header here, which is going to save even more real estate again, and So you'll see those buttons disappear, and there they are, they're gone. Now look how thin the header is now. We've got everything in there that we need to say, but we've saved an awful lot of real estate. If I want to go back and put in the top thin banner, I can do that, okay? But and I'll refresh the page in a moment. But now, and this is the purpose and the beauty of this section here, that what this allows us to do is to put in these buttons here, and if you could put in a variety of rainbow colours here if you like. I've just done this for demonstration. For this one I might have a grey, or I might have the charcoal black kind of colour, and keep them all the same, and all with all the same colour text and hover over colour. But this will allow you to link to all your internal pages if you want. Now you can have text here and some buttons, you can have all buttons, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So for instance, now when I go to About, okay, that'll take us to the About page, and the menu buttons will turn up again, okay, because we said don't show on home page but show on all other sub pages. And of course our thin top banners come back. If I go back to the home page and refresh, the thin top banner will be back at home as well. Okay, so that is a very cool feature, I'm sure you will agree. Okay, very happy with that one. Okay, so I was on the menu buttons page. So that's really useful and creative for you to put into action when you're building your sites, to have this hover over effect on the buttons, and also to be able to hide them as well if you feel that you need to hide them. Now I want to go home, so I just clicked on the banner there. I forgot I was okay. So where are we? What have I done? Okay, I want the buttons back. Okay, sub pages only. Okay, so let's say for all pages, let's have them back. Go back to the home page, refresh. My buttons are back. Okay, so now moving right along, we have got the featured panel. Okay, so on the featured panel, we have got a couple of things here. You'll notice that we've got a little checkbox here, enable gallery text panel. Now at the moment it's not checked, so it's disabled. What that means is that here it's just showing the image itself. Now previously we had to have that little panel down there because the only way of linking to a page was by clicking the read more text. We've made the full image clickable now. That's another thing that we've done. So if I just click on that image there, it's going to take me to the relevant article or post, article number 3 here in the example. Okay, so I don't need to have the slider panel if I don't want to have one. But if I want to enable it, I can enable that by clicking here. Okay, so that will enable it. And one of the other fantastic things that you will see is the moment the background is just using the gradient control here. Okay. Now if I want to have the background as an image, we've put in 6 images here. We've got like a city image, a sunset, mountains, beach, city, and gold. You can add more to that library if you want. I'll show you another video how to do that. You can upload one temporarily or just on the spot by clicking the browse button, uploading it. You can have the background to repeat horizontally, or repeat, no repeat, repeat vertical, just depending on the image that you're going to have in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, in this case, no repeat, and I'm going to have this city image here, or let's say this one here. I like this city image here. Okay, so they're the 2 main new features that we've got in there, that you can have a custom background and that you can have the slide up gallery text panel enabled or disabled. So I'm going to click save on them right now, and we're going to go back to the front end, and we're going to refresh, and you'll see, okay, so we've got the city background here, which is very nice. Okay, and because I had no repeat, I've just got the standard default background showing up, and I've got the slide up panel in the gallery showing up as well. And we've got the link there for read more to take us to the article, or we can click anywhere here in the image, and that'll take us there too. And as you'll see later on, if now what we've included in this version, if we want to change the read more text, we can change that to say whatever we want it to say. The graphic image backgrounds, I'm sure you're going to find really, really useful. There's probably a dozen or more different uses for it, and just take you through a few of the different options there to have a look. What do we got at the moment? We've got the city view. We'll just refresh and go to the other city view, the cars. Okay, so that's the cars. You can change these, of course. You can delete these and upload your own, whatever you want to do, but I think they're all pretty neat. We've got the sunset, okay, which is very nice, especially with some different color combinations. Okay, so we've got the sunset there, okay. And we've got, what have we got here? The mountains. And one other good thing that you can actually do here, which I'll be showing you in a moment, you can actually have an image background on the footer as well. Okay, so imagine you can have a graphic image for the header and for the main background and for the footer, so that it pretty much makes the whole theme very, very versatile, and you can kind of morph it into anything that you want to morph it into. So that's the country scene, and I think you've seen this one on the other thing, but we'll just show it on the same one so that it puts it into perspective for you. So we've got a beach scene there. Okay, and the other one that we didn't show you, we showed you the city. The gold you saw on one of the other things, but just show you on this one. And we've got the gold theme. Okay, so you can pretty much get a good idea how that works, and as I said before, you can have that repeating all down the page, or you can have it repeating horizontally if you want to cater for really wide browsers, and that is a very, very nice feature indeed. And now we're going to have a look at what's new in the featured sidebar, and what we've got here is we've added another 22 of the top arrow backgrounds, the main call to action backgrounds. So we've got arrows, and we've got an arrow and a square box for each particular color, and I'll let you kind of go through these yourself, but we've got bronze and gold, light gold, darker gold, and we've got a burgundy and burgundy velvet. We've got a teal, we've got a orange, we've got like a soft tan color, and that's going to just give an awful lot of scope for creating eye-catching call to action effects in the header. Okay, so the sidebar by arrow, we felt that most of these covered general colors, but we've added another 6, and you'll find those in there as well, so that's in there. And okay, so what else have we done? Have we put in here? I have to kind of remind myself. Oh yeah, okay, this was in before. We had the widget title font size, and the widget title color, and also the widget title font. And that basically, the widget title is the title for the categories in the right hand sidebar. So what I'm talking about there is, you probably will be familiar with this, where it says categories, recent posts, pages. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so you can change that to home, you can change it to Times New Roman, you can change it to Comic Sans, you can change the size of it and the color as well, so that's pretty handy. And the other thing that we've changed now is, or added, is this thing in here, which is widget content color. So if I put a widget in here with some text saying this is some text, I can have that text in whatever color I want, white, red, blue, pink, yellow, whereas before you had to use HTML style code to do that. Okay, so that's another thing that we've automated into it. Okay, so that's pretty much everything on the featured side panel. Oh, here we go, leaving out another major feature. We've put this in here, which is force header widget to show on default pages, because on the current 2.0 version, what you get on a subpage is this, okay, which means that if you haven't selected either the header widget or the call to action arrow or square box on the home page, that appears there by default. Okay, now what we can do is go to any of the subpages here, and currently that's what you get, no choice. So you either have it in there or you don't. Okay, so what we've done is we've put this feature in here which says force header widget to show on default, the template pages. So now if I refresh this page, the header widget will actually show up. Okay, I'm just going to refresh the page. Alright, so when we refresh the page, you will see there it is, it's turned up. So if we're using a header widget with a video in it, the video is going to show up, or whatever the message is, it's actually going to show up there. Okay, so that's a much requested and sought after feature that we decided to put in there, so you can force the header widget to show on the right hand side. And there's a variety, a multitude of uses that you could apply that to. Okay, so in the quote rotator, what we've done here, this is pretty simple. Okay, this is all the same as it was before. You could output quotes in random order, or you could have them in sequential order. At the moment we've just got author 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we've done here is we've put in this drag and drop feature, so I can have number 3 in place of number 1. I can have a number 1 down to number 4. And then when I save this page here, what's going to happen when I go back to the home page, it'll show the 4th testimonial first when I refresh. Okay, or I did it 3. It'll go 3, whatever sequence I had there, and then it'll change to author 2, so it's going backwards now. 3, 2, 4. Okay, so it's using the sequence here that I've put in, 3, 2, 4, 1. So that's a really neat little feature. And what we've further enhanced in this particular version is when you type in another testimonial, the extra box will turn up underneath, ready for a following or subsequent testimonial or quote or content that you want to put in there. Okay, so in the footer, we have got a couple of big things put in here, and we have got a predefined background. At the moment we've got none, so we're just running on this background here, and this is another thing that we did. Before it was just a solid color. You'll notice here it's pretty subtle, but you can see there's a bit of a glow there. It's darker at the bottom and it's lighter at the top. Okay, so that's what these two colors are here. Okay, so just to emphasize that, if I had that even lighter at the top, there we go, you would see a difference when I refresh the page. Before, this was all one solid color, and there was no separator styling horizontal line here, as you can see, which I'll get to in a moment, but you'll just see this change now. Okay, so that's a little bit more accentuated, you can see there. Okay, so we've put that in there, and we've put in this, as I just pointed out here, separate footer separator top line, okay, which is the grey line that you see here. Okay, running along horizontally. I can have that any color I like, and we can either enable or disable that. Okay, and the other thing that we can do is we can say, okay, we don't want to have the jQuery style styling. We want to have a particular image background, and these are the standard images that we've loaded up. You can keep these, you can change them, swap them out, do whatever you want to do. Or if on the fly you want to upload a custom footer background, you can do that as well. You could not do that, or you cannot do that in version 2.0. You can only do that with this current version 2.1. These are brand new features. So to demonstrate, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take out the footer separator, and I'm going to save. I'm going to go back and refresh the page, and you will see what I mean. Okay, so there it is. Okay. Now you can't see the text here for the menu bar down the bottom, because the text is in white. I'd have to change that out, and we can do that in a moment. But okay, so we've got the different coloured background in there, and what I could do here, because the text for the where are we? Text colour is white. Well, if I change that to black, now you'll be able to see it, or any colour in between. I probably wouldn't go with a harsh black, but Okay, we refresh the page and you'll see those menu items come back, the page items come back, and there they are. Okay, so that is really, really neat. I'm not done yet in the footer section. If you want to swap out the actual footer phone image background, you can do that. Okay, at the moment we've got this one here, the grey one. Okay, but I've got red, so let's say I wanted to use that one. Okay, you can upload whatever one you like, which is the same as what's in the current version, and then you can delete it as you want. But in the current version, you do not have the onboard choice here. We do have the onboard choice, and again, you can add to this. If you want to put another dozen backgrounds in, you can. You can swap them out, do whatever you want to do. But for instance, if I wanted to have, say, the red one there instead of what I've currently got, I'll save the changes. Okay, just go back down here, and you will see this little badge here, this button background will change when I refresh the page. Okay, so it's going to be red now. Okay, so that's how easy that is. It's real simple. It's just going to save you so much time and add so much more to your creativity when you start putting these sites together. And you're going to have a lot of fun with it, I'm sure. So that's the footer. And moving right along here for the H card. Now it looks like nothing's changed for the H card, and no, it has not in the actual tab here, the control tab for H card. But what we have done, we've coded in to the back end here a feature where you can change the name of this H card. We had some of our licensees said, well, I don't want to call it H card, I want to call it details, I want to call it business card, I want to call it something in Spanish or Dutch or German or French or whatever language you're coding in. Previously that was it was H card no matter what part of the world that you were living in, but we've changed that now, and I will show you very quickly how to do that. We go to menus, and in menus we've got here, where are we, we look for the footer menu, so we got the footer menu and we call it the footer menu. We've got H card, okay, and it's a custom URL. So where it says H card, I'm just going to say biz card. You can call it whatever you like. Okay, I'm going to save the menu, go back and refresh the page, and you will see now that this link changes, the name of it changes when I refresh the page. Okay, H card becomes biz card. Okay, and it becomes biz card universally. Okay, so it's not just down here, it's actually on the card itself. Okay, so as I say, if you're using a different language, that is extremely valuable. We should have put that in ages ago. I just kept overlooking it each time we did an upgrade, but it's in there now, and I'm sure some people are applauding right here and now, or sighing a sigh of relief and saying at long last. Okay, so moving right along, we will go back to the Vortex control panel, and we've got the footer H card. Okay, so that pretty much does it, because in Duplicator that stays exactly the same as it was before. Nothing has changed in there. We've cleaned up a bit of our code so that it just blends in better with Vortex. Okay, so we go back to Vortex control panel, and that is pretty much it for the new features. There was something that came to mind that I didn't tell you about before, but I can't think of what it was now. As another feature that has kind of left me, but they're the main things that that we've put in there, and I'm sure that you will agree that these new features are just awesome. We've just got like 27 awesome features. You've got new graphics, you've got new buttons, and the original buttons, we've still got them, the mobile buttons, but now instead of going into details about how you can actually do that, I'll just quickly call up a post and show you the two icons. We fixed up the Gmaps embed as well. We're having a few issues with that before, but that's been updated and cleaned up. So, and we've put that icon on the same page here, on the same line. So we've got Google Maps embed, okay, and we've got the button there for mobile, and we've got the button there for general buttons. So with general buttons, you can use them in mobile if you like, and vice versa. We just had to kind of differentiate, but in mobile now, whereas before you just had one style of font, Tahoma, Now you've got all these different styles you can choose from. There was no font size, but now there's regular, small, and medium, which is I think 20 pixel, 26 and 32, and you can change them in the actual shortcode itself once it's printed out. The button width was the same as before, but the hover color, we didn't have that before. Now you've got a whole different series of hover colors, and yes, you can change them if you wish, but there's a pretty wide rainbow effect there. And there's the hover title as well, which we didn't have before, so you can have that to say whatever you want it to say. So thank you for joining me on this video. I'm sure that you, if not now, certainly shall become as excited as I am about this new release of Vortex 2.1. There's more to come. We are not finished yet. Over the next couple of weeks we will be rolling out the new mobile version, and that is just going to be awesome. What it will mean is that no longer will you need to use the WP Touch plugin, which is still a very good plugin, and some people still may prefer to use it, but it's going to give you the choice where you don't have to if you need to, if you don't want to, and a few other features which I'll keep under my belt at the moment. But yeah, that's all happening not in months from now. The coder is working on it right now as we speak. We were hoping to have it released right now, but we just wanted to get it right and make sure that it worked from day one. So as soon as that's ready, I shall let you know. Okay, so I'm Russell Hall, and I thank you for joining me on this video. I look forward to seeing you in the members area and on the support desk and in the next videos. Thanks a lot. Bye now.